We got a little shipment in today. We got some power steering hose. Voila! We got one of these. Jessica! Helicopter! Helicopter! Jessica! We got one of these. Pre-bent hoses. You know I take care of my hose. We got one of these. What is this? What is that? Oh, power steering pump. Cone reservoir. That means with reservoir. We got the power steering pump with the reservoir. And then we got power steering line. Yes, sir. One of those right here. And then we got some wheel bearings. And then we got some more wheel bearings. And then we got some more wheel bearings. And then another wheel bearing. And then some bearing. I think these are bearing races. Are these bearing races? Yeah. Yeah, bearing races. For the 3/4 ton axle. Jessica! Alright, everybody. As you know, I haven't been feeling well lately. And I'm really tired and worn out, so I went down to Home Depot and I got me an undocumented immigrant. I'd like to introduce you to Stuart. He's going to be helping me doing some of this work right now. I got him for $3.50 an hour. Here you go, homie. I'm going to just get out of the way. These guys are better. These guys are better than Americans. There we go. Wiggle, wiggle.
Not bad at all, but the cylinder walls are glazed over, and then there's signs of water. Well, another good thing is these are coming right out.
Alright, let me grab a bag for those.
That means they're not high mileage.
Yeah, those are some cheapos,
Yeah, they really are.
I looked at those, I was like, there's no brand name on it. They must have got those from Wish.
It doesn't even show the fucking ratio.
This dot right here. Oh! Yeah, baby! Woo! We got a 4-bolt main up in here! Yeah! Let's go 383 stroker, baby! Woo! 4-bolt main! 4-bolt main! 4-bolt main! 4-bolt main! 4-bolt main! There's an oil pump! And they pump the oil in the oil pump and they put the oil in the oil pump! You pump that way, the pump, pump, pump! That was even worse. 4 bolt main, 4 bolt main. The storm has cleared. The sun is out. Now is the time. The time has come. We must put the truck in the driveway and work on that one. Well, I hate to admit it, but I have neglected my truck for several years now, maybe 3.5 years. The steering column, I turned the key one day on it and the key just spun in a circle. And I was very busy at the time. I was going to medical school and then I started working and I was working a lot. And I was trying to find a steering column on Craigslist and stuff, and I couldn't find one. And you know, periodically I'd check in again. I couldn't find one, and it kept sitting and going on and on. And then eventually I found a guy who could rebuild my steering column and fix everything and paint it and put new wiring harnesses in it and stuff and make it real nice. And it's just been sitting, man. Yeah, it's time to get everything cleaned up. So let's look under the hood. You're gonna have to see the before and after on this. It's horrible. I can't believe I let my truck do this. I mean, you can see, look at the before and after. Look at all this dirt in here. It's filthy. It's nasty. It's been sitting for almost 3.5 years, man. Oh, it's really kind of sad that I did all that work to make this truck what I wanted it to be and then let it sit like that. But it's time to get into it. What do? What are we gonna do first? That engine's been sitting there. Hasn't rotated in 4 years, but it was a good running engine, so we'll go in there and do some things and get this thing running again. And then after that, we'll put on some different, some exhausts. I got the Cherry Bomb glass packs in there, and they're kind of cool, but I want to make it have a more tuned sound and make it sound a little quieter. It's kind of loud for me now. I used to like it, but it's too loud for me now, and there's not enough back pressure, so we'll get this thing tuned up and running, and then we'll put some mufflers on it. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is drain a quart of oil into here, and then spit it in there. Take this oil plug out. There we go. There we go. That's a good quart right there. Plug it back up. And I don't want to be sloppy Joe. I'm going to dump it without being sloppy Joe. There we go. No sloppy Joe. Alright, I'm going to pull this old oil filter out. Then we're going to take the new oil filter and fill it up with Marvel Mystery Oil. There we go. Nasty. O-ring off of the filter and just put a little lube on it so it seals for sure better. And take a look and make sure they give me the right filter. Yeah, it looks right. Get a light oil going through it, high detergent oil. Just get that the first push of oil going through. That's almost, shit, that's 3/4 of the quart right there. So I'm still gonna have to, I'm gonna put the rest of this up in the top of the engine that didn't fit in the filter. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more new engine oil just to make sure we're at the 5 quarts we need. I'll go ahead and screw this in. There we go, up in there. happy, happy. Welcome home, oil filter. I'll just get it hand tight. Alright, that's snug. And my oil plug is snug. Alright, so first I'm going to add the remainder of the Marvel Mystery Oil that didn't go into the oil filter. So that'll make a full quart in there. And then, because of course there was already some oil in that oil filter, I'm going to add some Castrol GTX 1030 to compensate for that oil that was lost in removing the filter. So now I'm gonna put some Marvel Mystery Oil in here, and I'm gonna put a couple of squirts in each cylinder, and then I'm gonna get underneath and I'm gonna put a long ratchet on there and turn the engine over and just kind of walk the engine over and let that oil work into the rings and coat the cylinders. And then after that, we'll pull the distributor and prime the oil system. Alright, I'm going to get on the end of this crankshaft with my 5/8 socket, and I'm going to turn the engine over. This engine has not turned over for a while. Damn, that thing was kind of loose. There we go. Oh shit, it's in gear. I'm running myself over. Let me block the tires and put it in neutral. Duh. Oh, the fan's rubbing on my ratchet. That's okay. Alright, got this Holley fuel pump hooked up. Got the battery down here. I ran the hose down there, blew some bubbles so I know it's in gas. We're going to pump that old shitty gas out of here. There it goes. In the bucket. Now it's time to take a trip to the gas station with a few gas cans, get some fresh gas, put some additives in there, and get some fresh fuel ready for the startup. Alright, got a couple cans of fresh high test gas. But first I'm going to add some of this sea foam in there and some of this Lucas. Put about half a bottle in there. That's quite a bit. I should do it. And now, in there. So I got two bolts here that are just stripped. You see, this one and this one. That sucks. These ones are good. That one comes out. That's good. So I don't know. I got these easy outs. Those bolt extractors. I don't know. Maybe there's already a hole in there. I don't know. Maybe I need to drill it more. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drill it. I have to drill it and put one of these in there and try to get it out. No. That might work right there. Let me try that one. Oh yeah, it's cutting. It's grabbing. Alright.
go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, baby. Ha ha! Look at that. Voila! There we go.
I didn't film it, but yesterday I installed my rebuilt steering column. The thing looks nice. The guy up in Sacramento, can't remember his name, but he did a really nice job on it. Check it out. It's got the tilt. Listen to this. There's no slop. That's nice and tight. It's got the tilt on it. He painted it up, made it look good. Put all new wiring in it for me. That thing is gonna be badass. I can't wait to use that. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the shop. I haven't been doing much lately, but we're about to be doing a lot. So I got these, I'm working on the front axle. I got all these different bearings and races and seals. We're gonna redo everything in the whole front axle. Yesterday I knocked the hubs off the old rotors here, punched through all the wheel studs, just took a hammer and beat them through. And then I flipped it over and had this up on blocks, and from the back side I punched out this hub. So these hubs have there's a backside race right here for a bearing and a front side race in here for another bearing. I'm gonna send these to the shop. My homeboy Stuart, he's gonna bead blast these, get these all cleaned up for me so they're nice. He's gonna press out the bearing races, press in the new ones. Got these old rotors here, and I got these new ones right here. Just for fun, let's stick a micrometer on here and just look at the difference in the thickness of the new rotor. Let's just lock that in right there. That's the new rotor. So I'm not even going to read the measurement, but I just want to see in comparison how much is gone. There's a good 1/8 of an inch missing there, and if you look closely you can see how much thinner that inside the rotor on the inside right here is thin compared to the new one. So anyways, we're gonna make these hubs look pretty much like new again, with new bearing races in there. And after they're blasted, we'll paint these. These will go back on here on the new rotors. And then I got all new studs. I got 16 new wheel studs. We're gonna press all these into the rotors as well, with the hubs on there. I got all these new bearings here. Let me grab a camera. I got new upper and lower. There's the lower ball joint And the upper ball joints, I got all new bearings and races. Here's all my wheel studs. The new rotor with the old hub on there. Oh, and I got two. Hold on, let me bust these out. Let me get this off of the table. Alright guys, I got two sets of Warren hubs here for the same axle. You can see the difference. I ordered these ones first. I think they were about $130 from Summit. And I ordered these ones second. And these ones are about $160 or $170. Can't remember exactly. But I like the look of these ones better. And they're supposed to have a little bit stronger spring and a better locking mechanism. I don't know how much difference there really is if you look at them, though. This one's kind of boxy and there's a lot of chrome. It's just kind of bulky looking and kind of, I'm sure it's a good hub, but it looks kind of cheap compared to this. Is more kind of smooth, rounded edge, has a nice color to it that'll match good with my truck, and reminds me of the old school style. That's the old school style that used to be on my dad's truck, but this selector used to be, I think it was tan, but this is like an orangish yellow, which will look great on my truck. Now, as far as the guts as these go, I don't really see much difference. If you look at these side by side, they really look the same to me. And if you turn them over, they still look the same. They've got the number on the casing 2-2 here, and this one also has the same number 2-2 right here. So what is the difference? I don't know. And I think they're probably both a good hub. I think probably the only difference is going to be inside the cap. If you look inside the cap, this is inside the black cap. It's got a 3-prong selector for the gear. This one's different though. I see 1 prong in there, and it's got this spring in here. So that the other one doesn't have that spring like that. So they're very similar. I really like the look of this one better though, and I think it's probably slightly better, but I'm sure they're both good. So I'm gonna go ahead and run these ones, and I'm gonna send the other ones back. These are the ones I'm going to use. They cost a little bit more. I think they were only like $30 or $40 more than these ones, but I don't know. These would be fine, I'm sure. But I don't really like the look of them. They look a little cheap. And these are the ones that I remember, you know, back in the day, you know, like on my dad's truck and the other trucks I worked on in the past. It was this style, and they just got more of an old school look that I like. Usually, I think this part was more of a tan, and this is kind of like a yellow orange, which is kind of cool because that matches the color of my truck too. And I think internally there's not much difference, except for I think this set has a little bit stronger spring and a little bit stronger locking mechanism on them. Ultimately, I think these would be fine. I'm not out there four-wheeling every day or racing my truck in the mud or rock crawling or everything like that. You know, I don't use four-wheel drive all the time, just occasionally. So these probably, I'm sure these would be fine for what I do. But these look better, they're a little stronger, and they're only like $30 or $40 more. So I'm gonna go ahead and run these ones and send these ones back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the shop. I haven't been doing much lately. I have been doing a few little things. We've had some storms rolling through, so I've been kind of sitting it out while the weather passes. But I wanted to put out a video for you guys just to keep in touch and let you know I'm still doing stuff, planning stuff. I've been gathering parts and getting some stuff together. I took the rotors and hubs off of my truck, pulled the spark plugs and put some Marvel Mystery Oil inside the cylinders and rotated the engine a few times. Drained a quart of oil, put a quart of Marvel Mystery Oil in the oil, finished installing my steering column with the exception of putting the steering wheel back on. I'm going to test fire, but not until after I get done rebuilding that front axle. I got all new ball joints. I've got new upper and lower ball joints. I've got a new tie rod end and all new races, bearings, seals, everything from the differential out is getting redone with new rotors, new brake pads, everything new. My buddy was just here to pick up some parts and take it to the shop. I think tomorrow we're gonna punch out the old bearings, press in the new bearing races, and put the new seals in, put the new wheel studs in, the new rotors, bead blast the hubs, so make them nice and clean so I can paint them up and make them look good again, and then all new parts going through everything. So I'm just gonna throw up a little smash up video right now of some of the stuff I've been doing lately, but on the next video we're gonna be going through that axle, and we're just gonna redress that axle and make it nice, make it real smooth, all new bearings, bushing or ball joints. It's gonna ride nice, it's gonna last, and we are gonna be happy with that. And then after that we'll fire up the engine and drive it around. Now the 350's in the shop right now getting rebuilt. It's at the machine shop getting a 383 stroker built. So maybe gonna be a few weeks from now, maybe a month or so, we'll get that engine back and we'll do the engine swap. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned, there's a lot more cool stuff coming up, and it's gonna be some fun when we get that 383 stroker in there. Man, that thing's gonna be a blast. We'll get them new mufflers on there, get it tuned up, sounding good, and get out there and blast through some gears on the road and take it off-road too. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Appreciate you checking it out. And we out. All right, y'all. See you next time.